join the link again. I don't know.
I'm still in the same link. Do I get out and come back?
I don't know. We'll find out. All right. There's that. And then we're going to go to Google Chrome. Yeah. You know, things
What a
going
time.
like correct the first time would be just really nice, you know?
It would be. It never wants to act right for us.
Oh no, not in the least bit. Because if it did, then where would be the fun in that, you know?
True that. True that.
There's some December jazz that I tossed on while I post everything to social media. Welcome to the pre-podcast banter section.
Yeah. To the banter. So I'm assuming I have to rejoin that thing.
Most likely, I'll send you a new link probably once I switch it to the main area, like the main John.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll also do like the intro music probably real quick. Unless in theory we do that. We don't do that right away normally. So we can
We
just
do
go
like a little preview of it, and then
yeah.
it's
And that's
yeah,
like in post. So in theory we can just go straight to camera in theory. And
yeah.
then we'll just play that when I say hit the intro, and then I'll mute you and me. Bada bing bada boom.
There you go. That works. Works for me.
Alright, let me at everyone for the millionth time in Discord.
We're live again.
Alrighty. Oh man. I wanna die.
Bop 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 bop.
Alright, we back. We back live on all streaming places, words and stuff and things.
Words and stuff and things. I don't see you.
Yeah, you won't until I send you that link again.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna go to our YouTube channel and delete the 3-minute garbo that happened while my computer was having an aneurysm.
It's our lost episode.
Yeah, the 3-minute. I like how there's a copyright claim on it. Like, bruh, what do you even
How?
mean?
How
Yeah,
is there a copyright claim
the
on it?
fucking jazz, dude. I chose DMCA free, and they gave us DMCA. What
They gave you
bitches?
DMCA fee.
God damn it. Well, I turned the music off, so we're gonna just rock and roll with it. All right. So maybe we just go straight to camera. You know what? We're just gonna get right into this. I need to send
All
you a
right.
link again.
Yeah, because
Oh wait, no, you're
Oh wait,
still
no,
there.
there you go. It
There,
did
yeah,
work. All right,
you're good.
cool.
There
I've
he
been here
is.
looking at myself the whole time.
Look at that. There we go. So we're here
Mm-hmm.
technically,
Physically, it's about it.
emotionally,
I don't even think
spiritually.
we're emotionally here.
Eh, I feel like shit. I want to die. What's up, everybody in the chat? I could be louder. How could I be louder? That didn't make no sense. I have it turned up pretty loud. Am I loud
You
to
have to
you?
make love to your microphone like this.
I don't do that. It don't come that
Mm-hmm.
far. Is that better? Do I
Not with,
sound
not with
better?
that attitude.
How do I sound to you? Do I sound okay?
You sound fantastic to me. You were
Awesome.
fine.
Well, I boosted it a little bit, but welcome to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast, live edition. In theory, we should technically have Patreon people on tonight, but I only think that one person responded and said that they would, be making it, but I don't know. So we'll
It's
see
all
what
good.
happens. Yeah,
We understand. Life happens. Shit, life always happens to me.
yeah,
Life was happening to me up until this microphone. I got on this microphone. So
true.
it's all, you know.
So how's your life happening been?
Uh, the typical shit. Work and household.
Uh huh.
Mm. Before I got on here, I had just given Brendan a bottle, and he was still kind of like fussy. It's a weird juggling act because it's like on the one hand, I want to make sure I'm free and available to my family at all times. But then when I have to do this, it's like I feel bad for doing my own thing because then it's like I feel like I'm just abandoning them. But I'm not obviously. I take
Yeah.
care of business beforehand.
You're also
But
like available too. Like if you need to, then you just go. Like it's not like you're not available, you know.
yeah, but
So
because then it's a weird like I don't want to say a weird like guilt thing, but it's like sometimes I feel guilty because like all right, gotta go, I gotta go
yeah,
record my podcast. But then at the same time, if I don't do it, I run back, and she feels guilty because well now you don't get to go do your thing.
yeah.
So I
It's a give
guess
and
on
take.
yeah, so I guess with the give and take of it, it's a good thing because we're both like we both want each other to feel secure in whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Life.
mean to get you in the feels immediately like that,
Hey man,
Frankie.
listen. Frankie feels seen. He said it in the chat immediately. He's like, "I feel seen, man." So you know
It's
that's
a
dad
wild
life.
juggling act, man. Like, and he ain't sleeping through the night yet, so it's like, come on,
Oh
man.
fuck. That sucks, man. That
You know
sucks.
why it'll be easy? Not easy, but you know why it'll be easier to do the game awards on Wednesday? Is because I just took that day
Thursday.
completely off. Thursday, because I just took that day completely off.
You did take the correct day off, right?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you
I
did
said
say
the wrong thing.
Wednesday. I
No,
just
no,
want
it's
to make
Thursday.
sure you took the right. Like you could have just goofed the day, but got the wrong day off. Like
Well, I took Thursday and Friday so that I can be
same.
like, so that way I'll take Brendan all day. Like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
I have him all day
on
and I'll take
Friday.
him the next day so
Hell
that
yeah.
when we're doing our thing, it could be like, well, at least you had the whole day to kind of like be baby free.
Hell yeah. It's very well planned.
Yeah,
I
because if I would have went to
unfortunately don't have a
work,
baby for Friday, but here we are.
if I would have came to work and then came home, I'd be like, yeah, hello. Also, goodbye. I'm about to go record for 4 or 5 hours and watch the Game Awards.
Yeah, jeez. Well, that is an exciting thing coming up this Thursday. If you guys aren't aware, we are going to be streaming the Game Awards, even though we're not technically official, because Mr. Keeley didn't send us an email about it.
Son
So I
of a-
filled it out like 2 weeks ago. Actually, I'm literally looking at our email and it looks like we might have. Oh,
Thank you, Yuki. I appreciate it.
um, I think we're co-streamers. Cool. I just didn't
So
check
you
our
just
email.
cursed him out for no reason.
I didn't curse him. I just said Keely in an aggressive tone. To be fair, there's a
So we got the
difference.
co-stream thing in the email.
I think so. I could be wrong. It looked like a thing that said sign up for it, but I already did sign up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So there could also be one that is like, hey, you're good. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on, to say the least. Um, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time this coming Thursday, and then maybe tonight, if we end a little bit early, we're gonna maybe play some games if you have time. I don't know.
Maybe let's see how
It's
the
really
night
a
goes.
maybe situation. If we end if we can end by 10, do you think that we would still be able to play games? What is your hard
What
cutoff? Do you think?
I don't know, because it depends. Because like she's like I'm tired, but if he goes to sleep,
Uh-huh.
then she'll go to sleep. So
Mhm.
it's like I never actually know how much time I have ever.
That's a good
But
point.
that's the life of having a baby in the house. You just never know how big your window is.
True. Or if you even have a window, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
man.
as far as I don't know, because this stream, what do you think? Because you said 10, so I don't. There's never a time where it's just like 60 minutes on the regular show.
I feel like we could get this in 60 or so, because I don't believe that everybody from the Patreon is able to make it tonight. I think only Frankie gave the thumbs up, and
Yeah,
that's
but
also
even
a window situation for
it's
him.
all a window.
So
But even if not for that, it
Yeah.
just like what we've been playing
yeah,
and the question. Well, I guess that's the people
Yeah.
calling in, but I don't know because all right, this is the thought I had. This little behind the scenes. I didn't even talk to you about it yet. We should, because there's some news, not really a lot,
Yeah, it's a little bit.
but we should do our show as planned. Do what we've been playing. N- Briefly hit the news and then go to the end. But I feel like after the awards on Thursday, we should then circle back and be like, hey, this happened, this was announced, this was announced, this was like, and then do all that. Add that to the show and then put the show out Friday.
So,
Do you
just
think that
so
will work?
I'm clear here, you want to edit on Thursday night after we're done the Game Awards
Well, obviously
more into
Friday,
the show.
obviously Friday, they wouldn't get it like in the morning or anything.
Okay, I mean, hey, if you're down to say that it's coming out a little bit later in the day on a Friday, that's fine with me as well. It would
But
just
think
mean the
about it like
video
this.
version wouldn't come out for a while on Friday because I would have to
Yeah.
wait for you to finish. You know,
True. Well, I figured like we'd have the quickest turnaround time on reporting on what happened with the Game Awards.
1000%. But also, we would both be dead if we like stayed up late to do it, or we would not have it out till probably the afternoon, most likely.
Well, I feel like the afternoon is whatever. Because think about it, they'll be with us watching the awards.
True, that works. I mean, I'm not opposed to either way.
So
Yeah.
I'm feeling like. Thanks,
Quality
Frankie.
pre-production. Yeah, we could probably
But
put it
this-
out on Saturday in theory.
This
but
is how our meetings go.
I don't want
too.
to hold up the people that use it on Friday to get through some of their workday end of the week shit. You know, so
Look,
it
so-
could be out sometime during the day. You know.
They're getting like, it's like a threefold thing. They're getting this show, then the awards live with us,
Yeah.
and then the
This
pod
show again.
Friday, this show again, but
Yeah.
with our added
Extra.
reactions to the actual Game Awards.
And then in theory, we also get to play games tonight if that plan is also.
Listen, if we don't play games tonight,
Mm-hmm.
we can play games Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Can we?
I mean, I'm gonna.
Windows. That's the podcast title.
But see, it is the podcast. But if this wasn't this episode where we had to do the live one,
Yeah.
then we would have recorded at some other point in the week, probably closer to the end,
Oh yeah, 100%.
and then we could have played today. Like I would just wait for people to fall asleep and then run down here and play games for an hour.
True. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll figure it out. There's your post production meeting for chat. Is there anything else going on in life that we want to talk about for funsies before we get into the main show?
I know, right? I made it all serious. My bad.
No, that's fine. I mean, this is what the people want. They want the serious mixed in with maybe some other stuff. I don't know.
What else is happening?
Oh, I went to PAX.
That's right. You should be the one.
Yeah, man. If you can't tell, my voice is about a half octave deeper because I cannot breathe through my nose. Ladies.
Never mind.
Ladies.
Ladies.
Shut up, Beavis. Anyway, but it was a time, man. I didn't really get to do what I exactly wanted to do, to be honest.
Which was?
Actually play a game.
Mhm.
Because things went... We made different plans, like, as the day went on. But pretty much the way that I got there, I refused to take a train anymore to Philly. I just
You
refused.
refuse? Okay.
Because of all of the shitty times that I've had, whether my train would get canceled on the way home or some bullshit like that, like where I'm just like sitting there and like my train just doesn't come. Like it's happened more than once on multiple occasions for both PAX, for fucking AEW and other things, and I'm like, damn,
True.
dude, like
I can see how you're burned by that.
I'm like, I'm just gonna. I have the app Spot Hero, so I just hop on there, find a parking garage that's like maybe $20-$30, and then I'm fine with that. Like I don't give a shit. So I got my parking spot, and you know, like when you look at like a map, how it looks like really tiny.
Mhm.
in context of the whole city.
Right.
I didn't know this, but my parking garage that I chose was about 16 blocks away from the convention center, and about a
Mm.
16-minute walk. Now, that is fine. I can walk. I'm a human being. But the issue was that on a Saturday, the day that I decided to go in Philadelphia, that was the day that God decided to weep on us.
It was a
Um,
pretty shitty weather day.
yeah, so I come out of a Commerce Square
Mhm.
parking garage. It's got like these giant ass like Christmas lights that are like size of giants. Like they're huge. Like some bullshit Christmas display. So I'm like
Mhm.
walking, and as I'm walking out of the square, fucking a mall Santa walks up to me, and I'm like, this is already terrible. Now I
What you
have to
want for
interact.
Christmas, motherfucker?
No,
Welcome to Philadelphia.
he asked me like where a building was that started with the letter B, and I couldn't even
Mhm.
tell you what it was like in retrospect, and I'm like, I don't even know where I am, dude. And I said that straight to this man's face, like mall
Mhm.
Santa, and he looked very unhappy. Um, and then after that happened is when the downpour happened. So Santa got pissed at me and then caused it to rain. So I
Mhm.
walked through 16 minutes of rain past City Hall, like where all the Christmas shit is and whatnot.
Yep.
And I finally got there and I was soaking wet. And I walked in the same way that I go in, that we went in last year, where the will call was, like up the
Wet from the
escalator.
rain, right?
Yeah, wet from the rain, like not too bad, but like a decent bit wet.
Not wet from Santa, right?
Oh no, Santa gets me wet in a bit. But anyway,
Whoa.
the
Okay.
wish the will call wasn't in the same spot. And I'm like,
As
what the
last
fuck?
time.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
walking in that area and I'm the only asshole that doesn't have a badge. So, and then the best part is they double booked the convention center that weekend. So not only was it PAX, it was also a social studies convention.
What is that?
It is a convention literally for social studies, like history and bullshit like that. There was like talks and whatnot. And the worst part is that all of the signage for the social studies convention was purple, the same color as PAX. So I'm
That's
like, now
confusing.
it's even more confusing. So I finally go up to one of the employees there. And this is the first one I talked to was just an employee of the convention center. I'm like, hey, where's Will Call? It's not where it was last year. What's up? He's like, oh, it's over there in the other building. You got to go over there to do it. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go out, go to the other building. It's not there. There's just more social studies, like fucking talks rooms. I find a PAX employee, like a
Mhm.
worker for PAX, purple outfit and says PAX on it. And it was also funny to me because all of them on the back of their shirt it said enforcer. And I'm like, these are the least enforcing enforcers I've ever seen in
Mhm.
my life. So he tells me, "Oh no, that
About to
guy was
enforce this
wrong."
data.
Dude, I was so fucking mad as of this point because he tells me
Mhm.
that the guy who worked at the convention center was wrong and that it wasn't that building. So I go back over and I find a different PAX employee, and they tell me that the other PAX employee was wrong. Now keep in mind, I am walking outside in downpour throughout this whole entire thing for about 4 to 5 blocks. This goes on for about 30, 40 minutes. And then additionally, I finally get on the phone with my friends, and there was some miscommunication with where I was and which direction I was going. So that caused another 15 minutes of me walking in the pouring rain until I
Oh yeah, you
finally got
were
in the
bound to
lobby.
get sick.
I was soaking wet. My hoodie was like a darker green color. It looked practically black with how wet it was. Like it was so fucking dark. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is the worst timeline and I hate it. So
That's pretty shitty.
yeah, I finally get in. I walked around. I got a couple things. I got a set of dice, a new D4, whatever. Cool
Mhm.
things. And I got like a Christmas present for someone. That's it.
Mhm.
And we're deciding that, oh, we're going to go to the Christmas Village. The Philly one,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're going to meet up with someone outside of, what's it called? The John.
The
Uh,
convention.
Yeah, one of our friends,
Pack.
Jeremy, who lives in Philly. We're just gonna meet up with him at the Christmas Village. So we go there. Keep in mind, I've taken off my hoodie and I've brought it
Mhm.
up to my friend's hotel room and like left it there to dry because it's been wet since 10 o'clock and we are leaving to go to this at 4. So it's been
All right.
wet for 6 hours. We walk to the Christmas thing. We're hanging out. We're having a great time. We walk into this little like indoor thingy with all these like ornaments and stuff. Good times are had. And then as we're standing outside, I'm talking to Lucia. I'm like, I think we should head back soon because I'm feeling like going back. And as I say this, and we're standing off to the side waiting for our friends to come out, all you hear is
Rips.
little drips, and then those drips turn into a torrential downpour. And I'm in a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
So I'm wet again. And I'm soaking. And we run under this little terrace that, like, you know, like where the construction gets done, where there's like the boards and like the pipes and stuff, that type of shit. And some random dude just comes barging into like this huddle of people that are hiding from the rain. And he's like, ponchos and umbrellas for sale, $5 and $10. And there's this very great picture that I got out of it where I'm literally in the poncho underneath it, giving the thumbs up, wanting to die. So then we run back.
Right.
I'm in the hotel room. Well, no, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself because there's one thing that I forgot that happened. The fucking Philadelphia Holiday Parade decided to be on Saturday. On
shit.
fucking Broad Street. The same street where the convention is and the hotel is. So not only
Busy day in Philly.
we're fighting through the rain and then also trying to find a spot to cross the street because that's the other side of where the hotel is and the entrance is to get into it. So I'm like running in front of literally Darth Vader in the pouring rain. And I'm like, deuces, Darth, and like get inside. For about an hour and a half, I sat in a hotel room with my friends.
Chris.
Honestly, I feel so bad for those people. There was like 7 marching bands, and I'm like, dude, it's pouring rain. Like, just cancel the fucking thing. Like, this is stupid.
Nah.
But I go up to the room, and I'm like, okay, I'm not walking 16 minutes again in this rain. Let me call an Uber. $27 for 6-minute drive.
What did you think? Well, not what did you think. I could have told you that. Calling an Uber in Center City while it's raining on a Saturday? Yeah. You're
with the parade. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So I just waited for a while until eventually I waited. They ordered from Iron Hill, you know, sponsored.
Sponsored restaurant, yeah.
Say Before Quitting sponsored restaurant. And I go down with my buddy Trevor and we walk down together. And as I'm walking down, I check Lyft instead of Uber. $6.
Oh, there you go.
Grabbed that shit so fast. My boy Muhammad got me there so fucking fast.
Shout out Muhammad. We know you're listening.
I was having this existential crisis because I didn't know which floor I parked on because I didn't check when I left because, you know, I'm an idiot. But then it turned out I didn't need to know because there was only one floor in the parking garage. So, yeah. So I got lucky.
Oh, you were about to say, I went into the parking garage. It's raining in the parking garage.
Oh, no. It was so bad, man. And then I woke up yesterday on Sunday, and I had a little stuffy nose. My body was just like aching and made of glass from my bones, and it was bad. It was a bad time, to say the least. Sure. And then I went to sleep at 5:30 in the afternoon, woke up at 8, freezing. Like downed a whole bottle of NyQuil, and then
whole bottle,
half a bottle or so. Came back to bed, fell asleep till 12. Woke up drenched again.
Yeah, like flu symptoms.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I was freezing, and now I'm drenched. This is the worst timeline again. I love it. It's cool. I can't catch a break, and then I wake up this morning, and I only have the runny nose. I feel perfectly fine, except for the fact that it's just leaking. Like, it's just that. So that's where my...
clogged or is it just not leaking out?
It's a little bit of both. But, you know, I got my tissues to the side to, like, you know, a little dab of it. Do you?
Yep.
And such. So that's where my life is right now. I've been taking multiple vitamin C tablets to fight off my bullshit. But, yeah, man, I want to die.
Listen, man, come over. Like I said, last month, me, Brendan, and Trent have been sick. There's so much medicine in this house. Everybody's fine now, but I have so much like stock in here.
Listen, now. Man, I have so much medicine too. It's right next to the salt and pepper.
Well, of course, we know where you keep your medicine.
Yeah.
You just spicing up your fucking spaghetti with spice rack pills.
Acetaminophen spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's an Italian classic. But yeah, man, that's how my life's been going. I've been having a time breathing.
Vicks on your feet with socks, says the chat.
Vic on feet with socks.
Do you have any Vicks?
I do not have Vicks, but why would I put it on my feet if my nose is clogged?
Yeah, man, that's a classic remedy right there.
I thought you were supposed to put it on your chest so you can
That too.
smell
You can
it.
put it there too, but put that shit everywhere. Fucking take a spoonful of that shit. Don't do that. But
why do you genuinely question why do you do it on socks? Like on your feet. Like that doesn't make sense to
I
me.
used to know the answer to that question, but I know that's a thing that you got to do though. That's
I've
a good
never heard of that in my
old school
life.
ass remedy.
That just sounds like a terrible time. It works I thought it was a smell
does.
thing.
It is, but it opens you up.
So it goes through your skin then. It's not just a goop that smells like a way that opens your nostrils. It's an actual thing that
It's
seeps
everything.
in through your skin, and then that causes the thing.
The magic.
Interesting. I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have Vicks though, so sorry.
You want to open your third eye? Put a Vicks on it.
Wow.
If it's not open, how do you put it on there? I guess you just put it on the spot.
Yeah. Remember those sleeping foot pads? No, I don't know what that is at all. I've never heard of anything to do with feet. Put onions in your socks? What the fuck is happening in chat
Make
right
your
now?
feet stink more. Put onions in your socks.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man.
Just take some Vicks out, separate it with a credit card, and then just snort that shit to your brain.
I don't know if I can snort at the moment. Sadly.
You'll be great in no time.
Yeah.
Or you'll have a severe trip.
I'll just stick my
Either
feet in
way.
it until I can snort and then do lines of Vicks.
Lines of Vicks.
Podcast title. There it is. But yeah, I guess it's time to start the main show. Let's get this rolling.
Yes, do the thing.
I'm gonna hit the intro animation button and then I'm going to mute the speakers, but I can still hear you, just for context.
Got it. Word.
You know they all got the sauce.
Now we're here. We're good.
Did
We're
you
good.
hear it? Did you hear me?
I heard you the whole time, but they couldn't
Oh.
hear you, and then I had to mute me because they couldn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo,
during
but
the music.
It's only scared me because on my screen you were just
Yeah.
like, you frozen. I'm like, oh shit.
It's because I switched to the intro animation, and that doesn't have my camera in it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
There. But yeah, it's you this week, I believe.
It is me. One day I'll clean up down here. Level up and welcome to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. My name is Ant.
And I'm Chris. Kind of.
Yeah, there he is.
I'm like
Kinda.
12% Chris. Right.
Your cry.
12% Chris, whatever the remaining math is, boogers. I'm not good
Snot
at
man.
math.
I'm a snotman.
Skip-a-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
As always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Shout out to the Titty Gang. Titty Gang for
Gang.
life. For life. Save before quitting, all is spelled out on .com for merch. Get your merch. Save before quitting, all the way spelled out at gmail.com. Then your emails if you don't want to join. If you don't want to, hit us up on Discord. Speaking of Discord, join our Discord. Links will be in our bios and such.
Yeah. Or in the chat if you're here live, you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is in the chat right now.
Joy.
We are boobs, Frankie. I'll accept that.
Welcome to the TD Gang. We are your boobs.
We will be boobs for you.
We are your resident boobs.
We are boobs.
Please
Come
be
squeeze
seated.
us. Come squeeze us. Come squeeze us. Patreon. Join our Patreon. Multiple tiers. You can be part of the show, like this one.
Yeah.
We have bonus podcasts every month.
2, to be exact.
2 to be exact. You're right. And we talk about, which is pretty much just more of the beginning of the show, just longer form, and oftentimes way dirtier
Often is pretty much every time.
and stupider and way dumber.
Yeah. Sometimes we get deep.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Ladies. Other than that, Game Awards Thursday. Gonna keep reiterating that. Join us as we live stream the Game Awards. Have some fun with us on that one.
And if you're listening to
As
this
we do
on
every
Friday,
year.
we already did it.
We did it.
Go watch
And
the
you'll
VOD.
probably hear us talk about it. Yeah. See if we can somehow beat that Star Wars record on
Oh, fuck
TikTok,
that.
which I don't think that's ever happening again.
No, never. TikTok blows now. It's bad.
Algorithms don't be algorithming. Algorithms ain't got the algorithm. You catch me? That's true. That's the proper response to what I just said. Chris,
Yes.
what you been playing?
I have been playing so many games. So many.
Word.
One that I haven't been playing and I wish I had been is Pokemon, so I'm just going to say that by next week I will have played Pokemon at least once because I haven't since I've gotten it. And there was apparently a patch that fixed some things, not all things, so I'm going to try and get back into it. But I think I said it last week, I finished God of War. Obviously still no spoilers because my co-host has not had a chance to even play it in the past week, probably still.
Probably not, though.
No. Blow off the dust from that PS5.
I'm gonna do it this week though, since I'm off for 2 days. So I'm gonna get into it at some point.
I'm gonna hold you to that. On Friday. I'm gonna just badger you every hour on the hour. Play God of War yet? Play God of War yet? And we'll see what happens.
Damn it. I plan to play it.
Hell yeah. But I'm gonna go back because apparently there's more stuff to do. Like obviously there's like the side quests and stuff that you can go back and do and whatnot. But I was talking to Josh from Haptic Intel recently, and we were discussing that there's actually like the credits that I thought were the end credits are just the like it's like the Marvel first credits situation. There's like a final credits that roll at a certain point that like have a thing happen. And he didn't spoil it for me, so luckily I'm still going in blind, but I got to get in and do that before all the TikToks and, fucking shorts start posting spoilers.
Taking too long because I have to duck spoilers constantly now.
Yeah. There's a lot that have been going around as of late, and I'm just like, man, like it must suck to be Ant, but at the same time you're not on TikTok ever because of the 99 plus messages you probably have not read from both me and Ryan combined.
Yo, you and Ryan, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel guilty, but then it's always a plus because then I'll go on TikTok when I'd have a block of time.
Yeah.
I'll go on TikTok and just like barrel through like your things you sent me, Ryan sent me, Yuki sent me, and I'm just like overcome with media. I'm just sitting there for hours.
To be fair,
watching everything over the last couple of weeks.
You're technically getting a more curated TikTok than what you would have been getting if you actually had your algorithm learning what you like. So it's like you're just getting videos that are just actually quality or just straight up like goofy. But a lot of mine are just goofy bullshit, straight up. But
it's entertaining. Y'all send some good shit.
So you're getting like pre-filtered, like Yuki said in the chat, yeah.
Yeah.
But and you don't have to feed the algorithm your life story.
I'll hit that like when you miss a whole bunch and it says press this button and go back to the top with all the new messages. Like, I hit that and it just scrolls forever, and then I just go through all that Go to Ryan's, do the same thing. Go to Yuki's, do the same thing.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man. Other than God of War though, I just got back into Gotham Knights. I've been
Mm-hmm.
playing for about an hour or two specifically today. I'll probably play a little bit later tonight if we don't get to play games, or tomorrow, depending on the whatever the fuck happens after this podcast. Is we'll decide when I'm gonna play more of that. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting into the meat and potatoes of the main story right now. Just had some really cool stuff go on that was like very what's the word? Like trippy, like some trippy
Mm-hmm.
shit. And this game is pretty much the Red Hood game for me now, because like I don't have any desire to play any
As
other
anybody else.
characters, and it's not even because they're bad. Like they're really well written, but like it very much feels like this game is like Jason becoming a part of the Bat family again. Like it's focusing heavily on like his backstory and how he feels like an outsider and that he failed Batman and all this shit, and all the other like the new Robin, Tim Drake, he like feels like they're not like close and stuff, and then him and Nightwing bond and whatnot, and Batgirl as well. And it's like this thing where it's like it's him integrating into the family of three that already exists, but
Yeah.
like it feels like it's heavily focused on him, which I like. I like that a lot. But other than that, I've also been playing the new season of Fortnite, which we'll talk about a little bit in the news section, so I won't harp on it too long. I will say that it does feel very different now. I've played about 20 to 30 games total, and I've not been able to win one.
Man, it's that
Yeah.
different.
There's a lot of tryhard people. There's a new weapon that is very overpowered, but it kind of is on purpose. It's like a giant
Is that that
fucking
hammer
hammer.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah.
like it's extremely overpowered and really fucking annoying, unless you have one yourself. And like I don't like using it. Like I'm using it specifically to do quests, just because there's like one where it's like use the hammer to hop around the map 50 times, and I'm like I'll do that, but I don't want to like
Yeah.
kill everybody with the hammer. That's boring, you know. It's a game with
Mhm.
guns. That's what the game is, you know.
That's what I want to be using.
Exactly. But we'll get into more specifics of what's been changed in the news section. And then the final thing I've been playing is Gundam Evolution.
Yes, please tell me about this.
Dude, this game is good. It's fun and good. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I hopped in on this. The only thing that I will say is a deterrent for this game is that it's not crossplay. So you can only play PlayStation to PlayStation or Xbox to Xbox and PC to PC. You can't go in between, so that fucking sucks.
That
Especially
does suck.
for
What'd you get it on?
I have it on PlayStation 5, but it's free, so like
Yeah.
you can get it on
Get it
everything.
anywhere. Yeah.
I know that I think on Steam, the Steam Deck version doesn't run like that great. Ryan was saying when he first started playing it, but on PlayStation it feels fucking great. I would assume that on Xbox it would also feel great too. It is also extremely funny playing the game and not knowing the names of any of these Gundams, because I don't watch the animes at all or build the kits. And I'll be like, the blue one's over there, and Ryan's just like, I can feel him cringing through the PlayStation chat.
I would be the same way. Like
Yeah.
I watched it as a kid, but not enough to remember. I remember Death Scythe. Wasn't that a Gundam? The
I don't
black
know.
one.
Maybe.
I remember that. That's all I remember though.
Dude, there's so many now, and like it's cool. Each one, it's very Overwatch in the gameplay. Each character has its own specific like things that it can do. The controls were shit out the gate.
Really?
I had to remap pretty much everything just because I feel like they knew how much of an Overwatch clone this is, that they had to change the controls to make it different enough that it's not like
Nah.
exactly.
It's almost like just go with what people know.
Exactly. So I literally changed everything to be Overwatch controls. The only difference is you have 3 different abilities as opposed to an Overwatch where you have 2, so L1 and R1. So one of my abilities is down on my D-pad instead of being a button. So that kind of sucks. And my ultimate's triangle now, like it's supposed to be on a controller for like Overwatch and shit. So, but it's really fun. It's really fun. Once you remap the controls and shit, I think it's a little bit better. Obviously you have to go through the tutorial where you play the shitty controls, and it's a time like L1 is jump, I think, and then
What?
yeah, it's like L1 or R1 is jump, and then you boost with L1. Like you can use like a boost and dash with L1. Um, like you can do like a double boost for some characters, or just like a single one that's like a really far distance, and some have like three or four depending on the Gundam. And then
Yeah.
with R1 you jump, and I hated that. I'm like, X is my jump button, square is my reload, triangle's my alt, circle will be some random bullshit. I'm gonna push in my left analog stick if I want to boost or fucking dash, because I'm
Yeah.
not pressing L1 for that. Put my abilities on L1 R1 and down on D-pad for the third one, because they had to be different and add a third ability. But yeah, man, it's fun. That's all I can say for it. It's free, so definitely go pick it up and try
I'll
it
go
out.
download it.
Yeah. I think Frankie's playing on Xbox right now. Ryan and I are on PlayStation, and then it's on Steam, so I wouldn't mind downloading it on Steam either, just to
I'm about
try
to
it
say, I
out.
gotta get it on PC.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's a good game. I don't know if it's gonna be like a game that stands the test of time for like this genre. Um, it definitely feels like a really cool in the moment thing, but it might slowly
Build a
simmer
following.
down. I think it's
Oh.
gonna simmer down, and it won't build that much of a following compared to games like Overwatch or Valorant that are specifically like owning the genre right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that they're bad. I just don't think it has the same appeal as Valorant and Overwatch with original characters compared
Yeah,
to
that makes
based
sense.
off an anime. Personally, it's
Mhm.
just me. But yeah, what have you been playing?
I well, first off, S- Saturday, I think Adrian literally she had the day I want. She was in bed all day,
Mhm.
had her Switch hooked up to the TV, and just played Pokemon for like 8 hours.
Nice.
And she kept saying, "Go play your game," and me being like paranoid because there's a small child. It's like, no, because I'm gonna go down there, turn on God of War, get into it, and have to run upstairs for something. So now I'm scared to even come into a different room to play something
Damn.
because I don't want to like invest myself and have to keep interrupting my own time. So I was up there watching her play Pokemon, and she got caught up in one gym because her Pokemon weren't like strong enough or something.
Mhm.
So she kept losing to the gym leader. So I was like, here, let me see if I still got it. Let me try some Pokemon out. So fuck that gym leader up. It wasn't easy because she was kind of under leveled. So I had to do like super chess mode strategy to beat this dude.
Nice.
So
Was
it's like,
it
all right, I
Larry?
can't. I don't know. It was the gym leader who's in the restaurant. You got to get like the secret recipe to have the ability to fight him. If that rings a
I've
bell.
not played the game long enough
I'm
to get to a
talking
gym
to-
leader.
The chat. I feel like
Yeah.
somebody would understand
Yeah,
that
looks like Nicole knows who.
because I remember she was trying to find all like the secret ingredients or whatever you have to tell the guy in the front. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he said, I'm like helping out. He said this, so keep that in mind. You got to go over here and do this. And then eventually I'm just like, look, can I see that? Can I see the controller? And then I just ended up playing it. But she was like maybe like 4 to 5 levels under the Pokemon that he had. Plus he had like some that were like the type was he had the type advantage.
Gotcha.
I was like, all right, okay. So I had to like go in, like put like I had like a Haunter, and one of his Pokemon couldn't affect Haunter at all.
Nice.
But on the flip side, I couldn't affect his Pokemon at all. All I could do was put him to sleep. So like I would bring out a weaker Pokemon, but it was like the type advantage. Hit him like once or twice.
Uh-huh.
He would kill me in one hit because he's strong as shit. So
You
I would switch
revive
back to
with
Haunter. Yeah, leave Haunter there, revive him, bring him back. I had to keep doing shit like that. Put him to sleep, throw a weaker one out, kill him. I had to do that throughout the whole fight. Then crystal, what is that shit called when you make them fucking blinged out?
Terrastalize or
Testosterone.
some
Had to fucking testosterone my last
testicles.
Pokemon. Yeah, had to give my other Pokemon the test.
Terraform. All of them are bad. Even if that's the official one, that's bad too. It's
I
stupid.
had to give my last Pokemon the testicle treatment, and fucking beat the last one with that because he does that to his Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Pokemon people who are like super ingrained into the Violet Scarlet shit
Yeah.
would be like, oh, you meant this and you meant this. Well, listen, I just grabbed it for a second, and I'm reciting how I saw it.
Yeah.
But and I beat him, and I felt good about myself. And I was like, now
Nice.
take this back before I get invested in this. I gave her the controller back.
I'm just imagining like whenever the like weak Pokemon dies off to the corner, you're just like clear, just like ah! Bringing them back to life every single time.
Every time she looked up, I was just like, revive, switch out, hit.
Why are you using all my
hit-
items?
She said that. I was like, listen, you want to win? With you
You don't know how to play Pokemon. You need to drug the fuck out of these guys. Steroids.
Like I'm working with what is in front of me. These aren't my
Yeah.
Pokemon. I didn't raise them. So right now they're just tools. I don't have any emotional connection
Jesus
to them.
Christ.
So
You
it would
can't
be
wait till
Haunter,
Power World comes out, can you?
guns. The Haunter. I wish I had guns in that fight, but Hypnosis. I just had to keep putting them to sleep, bringing other ones out, and that was pretty much the whole thing. Other than that, other than Pokemon, I installed all. What's par for the course for me?
Maybe it's about using animals as tools instead of, creatures with like sentient brains, like maybe
To me or
like a
them?
certain, like a certain dinosaur.
Dinosaurs aren't animals. Anyway, I I installed all those games I put up that I bought for Black Friday on my Steam Deck. I installed them all,
Nice.
and I ran through that what's that game called? Spark, that fake ass Sonic, and it's literally Sonic. Like I'm playing it and I'm like, how did they not get sued?
Is it better? Because people were saying like it's like what Sonic should be, right? Is that we were saying last week?
Because all right, I can see why. Because he's also has like a melee. Well, that's like Sonic Frontiers now. But like, there's 3 games. In the first game, it's like classic side-scrolling, running fast,
Yeah.
jumping on the enemy. It's that, and I'm like, man, this is Sonic. Except if you press, well, I guess square, he has like a melee attack and there's weapons hidden throughout the stage and stuff.
Okay.
And he has like little. He's like Sonic and Mega Man at the same time, kind of. But
Okay.
I think the sequels to it are all like 3D Sonic type. So they went from the side scrolling to the 3D ones. I didn't play those other ones. So I ran through that really quick just to kind of like test it out.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's it. It's like I haven't played anything else.
All right. You think it was worth the money? No.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was playing it at a time where then Brendan woke up. So I was trying to play it, and he's at the point now where he can like kind of. I know y'all probably tired of the baby talk. I feel like that's like my whole life now.
I mean, that's the interesting part people tune in for. Frankie relates heavily to this. While you guys are mortal enemies on the Yoshi front, on the baby front, you guys are kin.
True. He's like kind of crawling now, like scooting forward. So now it's like I can't even sit him in one spot and be like, I'm gonna just be over here. He's like coming to me, and then like say my phone is like the Steam Deck. He's just slapping. I'm like, all right, well, putting this down now.
God damn.
But
You gotta do the
I
little
played it really
burrito. Burrito him.
I know, man, but he's that kid is strong. Like, I'm scared of him.
He's gonna beat my ass if I put him in a burrito.
We were doing that. We were swaddling him for a while, and then it got to a point where like I never forget one day, like it was the middle of the night, and I swallowed him, and I put him down in the middle, and I'm like kind of trying to go back to sleep, and I look over, and he's just like, and I'm like, oh no, he can escape.
His arm breaks out like it's a grave, like a zombie arm coming out. He's
I'm like, oh shit, it's over now.
the boss
No,
music comes in from
Yeah.
Elden Ring. Hellsmar shows up.
That's what it felt like. So
God
that's
damn.
where we are with that. Diana sent a couple of emails at work. Yo, Brendan has sent texts from my phone, just slapping my screen. I'm like,
Nice.
but nah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
I knew we were gearing up. I knew we were talking about playing something, so that's all I played up to
Alright.
this point.
Nice. Well, we are on track to maybe still do that, so it's time to get to the news. And while we're in the process of getting to the news, is there anyone from the Patreon that is in the collector's edition tier that did want to come on the show tonight? Because if so, we can do that. If not, we're probably just gonna like, see what was in the pod questions, scoot through that, and then play a game if Ant has the ability to do so with a window. So I'm just gonna put that out there now.
Y'all can also put questions in the chat if you don't want to go on.
That works too. But yeah, gaming news. We don't have much this week. There are like bigger stories, obviously, like with certain things that have come out, both movie trailers and then also like Overwatch 2 stuff and Midnight Suns and whatnot. So we can just run through that top to bottom, I guess. Did we talk about the Mario new trailer? We did that last week, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
Did we talk about Midnight Suns?
What about it?
That it was good.
No, I don't think so.
Cool.
You played it?
No,
You get it?
I didn't get it yet. I put it on my Christmas list, but apparently it's getting 5-star reviews.
Yeah, it's getting great reviews.
Yeah, people are loving the hell out of this game. I literally got a message last night at 2 a.m. from Josh, and let me read this out. Gentlemen, I am here to inform you that Midnight Suns is good. Obviously, if you only if you like card games, the strategy elements of this remind me more of Persona in 3 dimensions, if that is up your alley, with the turn base as well.
Mm-hmm.
So people are digging it. Josh is loving it. Apparently the story is really good too. There's a couple of cool story moments that happen I've seen, both from TikTok and then also Snapchat and stuff like that, from some stuff that I've seen. But it looks fucking cool, and I'm kind of wanting to play it. I don't really do tactics games, but I'm interested.
Yeah. Yeah, once I saw the reviews, I'm like, all right, great, dope.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want you to play it. Because I want to watch you play it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't think I'm going to buy it anytime soon. Because I have Gotham Knights, Cyberpunk I still need to beat. I need to go back to God of War. Pokemon that I have hardly touched. So, like, I need to, like, finish some shit. So I don't have, like, a backlog out my ass while I'm constantly still playing Gundam, Fortnite, and Overwatch at the same time. That's distracting me from the backlog. So I need to, like, focus for a little bit. But
Right.
yeah, man, Midnight Suns is pretty good apparently. You can also you could have pre-ordered it with a code to get a couple bucks off, but unfortunately it's already out now, so go
It
look for a
happens.
sale maybe. I don't know. But yeah, next up.
My bad. Let me get back to that.
There you
I
go.
clicked off it for a second. Where was that? There it is. What's the next thing? Oh,
Overwatch
Steam Deck?
event and
Oh.
stuff. I mean, that's like, if you want to do the Steam Deck one, we can do that, and I'll come back to the Overwatch one.
Poseidon. Is that Ramatra? I want to say these names right.
Well, those are skins coming to the game. Yes.
Okay, Poseidon, Ramatra, Hades, Farah, and Junker Queen are in the battle pass. The rest are in the shop.
Yes. There's a picture in our Discord of all these new skins that are coming to the new season of Overwatch, which starts tomorrow, actually. And they're all like Greek god type themed. You see Roadhog sitting on the ground there as a Cyclops. What's the fucking bull? Like the Minotaur? Is that what it's called? For Reinhardt.
Minotaur.
And then Lucio looking like Hermes over there, which is probably my favorite one, which is sad because I'm not good at Lucio. But the ones that you just listed off are the ones that are going to be in the battle pass compared to the other ones that are going to be spending money on, obviously, in game. And then there's a farther down picture of the Hades, Farah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool looking.
That is
Yeah.
dope.
Those are all coming tomorrow, and there's definitely more skins as well. Personally, I won't be spending money on like side skins. I'll get the battle pass, but I'm not spending money in Overwatch besides that personally. So yeah, we got to get you into Overwatch sometime soon. Still,
Overwatch. I played it initially when it came out,
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where I was just like, I feel like I have not played this in so long that I would not have fun now.
I mean, now that it's free to play, I mean, everyone can just hop in and learn it, you know?
I keep forgetting that game is free to play.
Yeah. That's why people don't like it. Real quick about that. So, fucking Overwatch 2 is free to play, so that means there's no more loot boxes in it, right?
Mhm.
And there's no way to earn stuff over time, and you have to spend money. Gundam Evolution did it right. They have the menu where you can buy skins, but they also have a way that you can earn like these tokens to spend towards loot boxes, but you don't get a lot of them. Like you get like
Okay.
minimal amounts, and like those minimal amounts that you get after a certain amount of time you can then spend on a loot box that will then maybe give you something good. Like you could still get
Mhm.
shit in the loot box, but it's still there. You still have a way to get it. And I
Right.
was saying to Ryan, I'm like, this is fucking insane that they did it right. Like they did the free to play model right compared to
Mhm.
Overwatch, like who literally just fucking screwed themselves with because I'm not spending money on any of this bullshit.
You would think they'd get it right at this point. They're
Yeah.
like a main player in the game.
100%, man. But I was shocked when I
Mhm.
saw the Gundam thing because I was looking up at the top right and I saw the different like uh currencies because there's different types of currencies obviously, like the real
Mhm.
world money, the earned in game, and then there's one for I think competitive as well. And I'm like, okay, I have some in game currency from the free battle pass that's like every 5 levels you get like a free item. And then I was like, oh, I have enough to buy 3 loot boxes right now. Bought 3 loot boxes and I got like 2 rare skins for Gundams. And I'm like, why the fuck did Overwatch not do this?
Yeah, they should have done shit like
I
that.
was so fucking confused. I was like, god damn, they did it the right way. But yeah, pretty cool. Next up, what is this Steam Deck thing? Do you want me to take this or do you got this?
In celebration, this is from the Steam Deck's Twitter account. In celebration of the Game Awards and Steam Deck being in stock, we're giving away one 512 gigabyte Steam Deck per minute of the broadcast on December 8th. That's the broadcast of the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Learn more and register for the giveaway here. store.steampowered.com/sales/the Game Awards.
Yeah. So go check
That's
that out.
insane.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
a Steam Deck a minute during the Game Awards. Like they must have made so much money that you're like, here, you get a Steam Deck, you get a Steam Deck.
Either that or they just the Game Awards themselves made so much money off of like the companies that paid to be shown, you know?
Yeah,
Like obviously with one thing that we're going to talk about in a second, they probably paid a decent amount to be revealed at the Game Awards even though it didn't really go according to plan. But yeah, man, this is cool. If you're looking to get a Steam Deck, this is probably a very good option for you. While we personally will not have that option in our stream, even if we do get accepted to be co-streamers, definitely have a separate tab open so that you can, try and get one yourself. While we appreciate you guys being in our chat, try and get a Steam Deck for yourself if you want one because they're very fucking good and they're probably the best machine that we got out right now.
I'm gonna have my phone open in there. I'm gonna give me another one.
Hell yeah. Next up in the news, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts official trailer came out. What are your thoughts?
Dope trailer. I haven't watched a Transformers movie since the third one, and I was kind of like transformed out. Like
Yeah.
they stopped being good to me. But then some like recently I said that to somebody and they was like, well, Bumblebee was good. Did you see that? And I was like, no. They was like, if you start back there and on to this, you'll be fine. I was like, all right, I'll
Yeah.
go back and
Because
watch it.
Bumblebee is a reboot of the whole
Yeah, that's what he was
series.
telling me. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I thought it was just all one long thing.
If you since you haven't seen Bumblebee, I won't spoil it, but I will say that Bumblebee is very refreshing. It has the same feeling of the first Transformers movie to me. Like that's like it captures that same like holy shit, but like it's better because the colors are so much more brighter from the different Transformers in it. So like it doesn't have that weird what the fuck is happening effect when like they're transforming and stuff. Like you can
Yeah.
see everything happening as
By the
like, over
third
this trailer,
movie,
too.
it was just like, what are we doing? Like, I don't even
Yeah.
know what's happening on screen.
Michael
anymore.
Bay was just blowing stuff up because he was horny for explosions. Like that's pretty much what that movie was. But
Yeah.
this one looks great. I didn't watch Beast Wars as a kid.
Me neither.
But I very much like to look back on it because of how terrible the CG is, but how fondly everyone talks about like the actual story. And it seems like they're kind of doing justice to it, maybe. Because the gorilla is actually like Optimus Prime, but a gorilla from like a separate planet or some shit. I think.
Gorilla Miss Prime.
Yeah. I forget what the hell his actual name is. I think it's like. What the fuck is it? It's something Prime. But it's not Optimus. It's something else. Whatever. Optimus Primal. That's what it is.
That's really his name?
Yeah, Optimus
I
Prime.
thought that was a joke.
No, that's it. And then Megatron is. I think Megatron is just Megatron, but he's a T Rex in it. And the voice actor is very, very good for him as well.
So wait,
David
so
Kaye.
so Beast Wars is just a Transformers but animals?
Pretty much. I think.
Like the regular Transformers aren't in it? It's just like a
I
different
think
story?
it's technically like a different planet, and like the consciousness of like the main Transformers and stuff was like sent to a different planet or some shit. I could also just be talking out my ass, but like that's why there is an Optimus Primal and there is a Megatron, because like there's both, you know,
Okay.
like they both exist in the world, but they are, you know, separate entities, even though they're built on the same consciousness, I believe.
It's like
But yeah.
different universes, kind of?
I would just say worlds, like
Okay.
like interplanetary situation, or even timeline wise. Like
Mhm.
one might be in the past or the future, but whatnot. But like Frankie said, Autobots are like pretty much all mammals, and then the Decepticons are like reptiles or like bugs for some of them. Because
Mhm.
there's a Arachnia or whatever her name is. She's like a spider, but like people say she's hot, and it's weird that they think a robot is hot that looks like a spider. But
Fuck
hey,
that robot.
hey man, RC looks phenomenal in the trailer. It's in the future. These are the descendants of the Autobots and Decepticons. Boom.
The
I was
descendants of them are
somewhat
animals?
close. Yes, I
Okay.
guess. But
All right.
I don't know how they're going to work that into this story, considering the main Transformers are in this as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like the trailer a lot. My favorite thing was RC looked fucking G1 as fuck.
That's good. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, next up in the news. We got like 3 or 4 more things.
Elden Ring creator has no idea what made it such a massive hit. It's true that he's quote, it's true that sales were higher than those of our previous games, but I have no idea what the reason was. So even if I wanted to reproduce that success, I wouldn't be able to. Said Hidet I don't want to butcher this name. Hidetaka Miyazaki. Now
I feel like that was a pretty good attempt, if
I-
not
I-
correct. Just
yeah, I feel like this is his way of saying like, I don't know, man, I'm just
Yeah.
nice. I just killed that shit. I don't know.
The funny
What the fuck
part
you want
is,
me to do? I just fell into a pile of money. Like, oh.
we literally talked about this last week when we were talking about like the Game of the Year shit, and I think it was you or me. I can't remember who it was. It was one of us, obviously, because it's just the 2 people on the podcast. But we
Oh.
brought up how, like, I don't know what From Software does next, just because this game was like insanely good and different, and I don't know what they're going to do next. And then he comes out like less than a week later saying, I don't know what we can reproduce the success or how we could do that, because it seems impossible, because it does. I feel like Elden Ring was a phenomena that you know, took the world by storm for a solid like 3-4 months. And I mean, still technically does, but you know, it's like less because a lot of people have beat it. But you know,
Like, I keep reading the quote and say you have no idea what made it a hit. Obviously, I know he didn't mean it this way, but that's just like I don't know, my dick's huge. I don't know. What the fuck am I gonna do? Like giving himself like a backhand compliment. Like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know. I'm the shit. What do you want from me?
What do you want, man? I don't know how the fuck people bought it for. I just got money in my pocket.
Right. I know I was saying last week, I think this is the game of the year because it just stayed in the gamer consciousness for a long time.
Yeah.
Like it just stayed, it's still staying relevant. And at first, and I know it's between this and God of War, but honestly, now there's a couple people still talking about it, but God of War is already on its way out of people's conversations.
100%.
And Elden Ring has never left it.
Elden Ring is winning, and if it doesn't, there's something wrong. It was rigged,
Mm-hmm.
and we will scream at the screen if that does happen.
If there's a car on stage, you already know. It's
There's
about
gonna
to
be at
happen.
least one car on stage, and I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out.
Speaking of cars, I think I do want to get that Need for Speed Unbound game. Like it's getting no press,
Really?
and it came out Friday.
Let me see what the score is for it, because I have not heard much
They
about
weren't
it.
bad scores.
It's about 79 right now.
think
Well,
I
it
wanna
started
try it
at
out.
80 for Metacritic, and it's now down to 77. So it's getting reviews that are bringing it down a bit, but it's a C average so far, so that's pretty good. I
And
would say.
also no big gaming outlet reviewed it. Not yet anyway. I went on IGN, GameSpot, everywhere. No one's reviewed it. I was like, this has no review videos?
I guess they
Like
didn't
there's
have-
people who like
they didn't-
users playing it that's reviewing it, but like no outlet.
they didn't have a need for speed to get out the reviews, huh?
Well done. I'm glad we walked hand in hand into that one.
I kind of like pre-laughed at the joke for a little bit there. I don't know if you noticed that. I was like, "Damn,
I
that's
noticed.
funny," and then I was like, "Shit, man, I gotta pull it together
Gotta
so I
say
can
it.
deliver the joke."
Well done. You needed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, also before we move on, we talking about God of War. I saw Donkey had a God of War video out,
Yeah.
but I want to watch it, but I don't because I feel like there's probably spoilers all over it.
I don't think there is, but I can double check and let you know.
Every
Because-
time, because he's one of my most watched people, so every time I turn on my YouTube,
Yeah.
that video was like, boom, and
I-
I want to watch this so bad, but I don't.
I watched it, but I'm not 100% sure on the what's it called? What was in it and whatnot. Because it was like a week ago when I watched
Yeah.
it. But yeah.
He put out a new video today, so I was like, all right, well, I'll just watch that one.
All right. Well, next
All right.
up,
Next up.
Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1. It started about 2 days ago. As you can tell, I have been having a time with it because I still haven't gotten a singular win. Some of the things that have been added include, one second. Here's the video. The Shockwave Hammer, in which you can use it to launch yourself in the air 4 total times, and then you can also like slam it on the ground as well. There are also jellyfish on the map now that are floating around that you can jump on and get some shields. There's
That was
also a
funny to see.
new drink called Slurp something. Oh no, Slap Juice. And Slap Juice, when you drink it,
Ladies.
ladies, gives you about 20 shield, and you also get infinite stamina for a brief period of time, so you can like full run for like a decent bit of time. There's also like barrels of it, so that you can break it that way as well. And berries, slap berries, which is a name.
Yep.
Another thing that they have are like these capture the flag waypoint type things, like a hard point, on different named locations. Where if you stand in the circle long enough, it'll drop out some pretty good loot for you. Plus, it will also highlight all of the chests in the area for about a minute or so you can go like run to them really quick and get more loot. Obviously, there's a ton of new guns, different shotguns and whatnot. And then there's these giant purple rocks that you can hit like
Yeah.
in
I saw that.
Legend of Zelda,
Mhm.
that, like the freezing thing, and you can
Just
stand
flying
on them.
across the screen.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. They're cool items, but I feel like the hammer is a little bit too OP, and I've almost exclusively died to the hammer. Snipers aren't in the game anymore. There's just bows and arrows, and not just a regular bow and arrow. There's different versions of bows and arrows. There's one that you shoot it and it makes like a fart cloud. There's one that's like a fire one, a bomb
Mhm.
one, and then a couple others as well. And it's just a bit much, in my opinion. But other than that, in the battle pass, we're getting some big name characters. One of which being the Doomslayer. He is one of the main characters that you can get in the battle pass. One thing that I thought was really cool, and I'm gonna bring it up, is that the final skin in the battle pass is actually not a like character from a property. It's a Fortnite thing. Like it's for the lore of the game, which I appreciate. That it's
That's
not
dope.
just like
That's what they need.
yeah, like they used to do that all the time for the battle pass before they like got all these like what not sponsorships, all these other characters in the game. It was literally just like the battle pass is skins that they make, and that's it. They're original characters, and I'm glad to see that it's back to that, and that there are still characters from other properties in the battle pass. But it's not like this is the one you want to get, like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange or Gwen for last season. It's now back to being about Fortnite and their story.
Yeah.
And the skin actually looks really cool too. And then another one is Geralt of Rivia. He is a bonus reward skin, so he won't be able to be unlocked for another 65 days. And then his quests will be unlocked so that you can start earning him. And then the Hulk is rumored to be in the store on the 8th, because he was in the trailer. Yeah, the Hulk, and then Mr. Beast as well, the YouTuber, is apparently going to come to the store soon as well. And then Deku from My Hero Academia will be coming to the store as well sometime soon. And they will all be store skins. Deku's not in the Battle Pass, sadly, for the people who just get Battle Pass. So you will have to spend a little bit of money. But it's pretty cool. And then the better thing that happened from it is that it's also running on Unreal Engine 5.1.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so
I'm glad
next gen
that's a thing now.
graphics and the audio is insane now.
What makes it insane?
Like it just sounds much crisper. There are a little bit of leveling issues where you can hire AI on on like the map sometimes to like be on your team pretty much, with like the in-game gold, so you have an extra teammate to like help you in fights. Their footsteps are extremely loud compared to yours and your teammates, or even enemies that you're fighting. So they need to level that out a little bit, and it's probably something that just fell by the wayside because it's not that big of a deal. But everything sounds crisper, to say the least. Like
Okay.
it's definitely a crispy sounding game now. If you have good headphones, you can tell off the bat. And then it just looks like stunning now. Like the colors were already very bright and vivid in this game, and we've discussed that many times before, but now they are like insanely bright and vivid with like shading and textures that are like definitely more than you would expect from a game that's free to play. So
It's making me want to play Fortnite now.
yeah, man, hop in, get it on your Steam, not a Steam Deck, your Switch.
No, I'd rather get on Steam Deck.
You can't.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's why I switched that immediately.
Yeah.
You technically can. It's just that it fucks up your Steam Deck in a bad way if you do get it, and it
Well, not
doesn't
doing that.
work. Yeah. So yeah, but Fortnite is cool. There's some cool things that are also coming in the future. I'll just include this really quick before we get into the main final story. But it is rumored that there are some movement mechanics that are being brought to the game, including wall running, a jump slide, and a double jump. And that will be a thing with the augments / perks that are new this season, which I forgot to mention. Every zone that finishes, you get a new augment that you can choose from, where you push a button, and there's 2 different ones you can choose from. A couple examples are if you hide in a bush, your shield and your health go up a decent bit. Another one is your first bullet of your AR hits harder than other bullets. Same thing when it comes to small guns and whatnot. There's like your reload goes faster, and you get to choose what you want to build your like game pretty much, like that specific game, and it changes every single time randomly.
Right.
You can re-roll them and whatnot, but yeah, that double jump will probably be an augment, so that you can get up higher in the air. There's also one where you can always have the glider as an option, which used to be a thing early Fortnite, but they took it away. So like if you fall from a high place, you just fall. Fuck you. Now there's an augment where you have the ability to bring your glider out if you do fall from a high area. So
Gotcha.
it's a pretty cool one to get. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I want to play with a team of 4, just because I've been mainly playing duos and single and solo because that's all I've had at the moment. Because it's been not fun by myself and a little more fun, but not as fun with one other person. So
You want to get a squad?
yeah, I need a squad to fully, get the feel of this new Fortnite of what it is. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Last up in the news, some leakage.
According to Steam, Star Wars Jedi Survivor releases on March, what is that, 15th. Followed up immediately by the Game Awards announcing Thursday you'll get your first look at Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So it's
Yep.
official. We will see more of this game during the Game Awards and probably get that official date.
I really like the pre-purchase stuff that is in the first screenshot. You can't really it's a screenshot of a Twitter post from Wario64, but in the top right one of the pre-purchase, well, there's 2 really cool ones. The first one is Han Solo's outfit, but Cal Kestis is wearing it, and you get Han Solo's blaster because it looks like you're gonna get a blaster in this game now.
Looks like it from the art.
Yeah, and then there's another one you can get that is Luke's yellow jacket from when he gets the medal on Yavin. You know, like that puffy yellow jacket.
Yeah.
You know, Star
I do
Wars.
know.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
But you can get that, and there's a
course.
BD1 skin that looks like R2D2 as well, which is really cool. And then a lightsaber skin that looks like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, but it almost looks like an overlay as opposed to like the exact model, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Like if you go to the Wario64 Twitter post and look at it, you'll see it almost looks like it's just like a straight up tube, and they just like
Check it out.
put a sticker of what Luke's lightsaber looks like, kinda. So yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. That we're getting that very, very goddamn soon, and I'm gonna be skeeting when we see it this coming Thursday.
I will be skeeting.
Yeah, I should bring my
Bet your
lightsaber
ass.
when that happens and just like ignite it when that comes up.
There
Dude,
you
I
go.
have
Prepared.
so much to bring on Thursday. I'm just realizing
You do?
I have to bring the mask for like the props in the background. I have to bring this bad boy to put
Yes,
in
you
the
do.
background. And then in theory, I also have to bring Trenton's Christmas present, just in case for some reason we don't get to see each other after this
Before-
point.
We
So,
will have. Why wouldn't we?
just in case, just in case something happens and we have to be digital boys for a while, after
We got to
Thursday.
do our Christmas thing.
That is true. Shit. Fuck. I don't think one of my things is gonna be here in time for the Christmas video. Fuck.
You're gonna be me this time.
God damn it. I'll get it done. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
Whoa! What the hell? There's an ad playing in my ear. Where the hell is that coming from?
I like Yuki in the chat says, I don't like Star Wars anymore. I didn't say I don't like Star Wars anymore. I said I was sick of Star Wars because they just kept putting out so much fucking shit. And a lot of it was shit, especially on my end because I was getting a lot of the figures and they were pretty shit. But I feel like Jedi Fallen Order is completely different from Star Wars to me. Like, that game is a good game by itself. Just like how The Mandalorian is a good show without being a Star Wars show, if that makes sense. Like, those are the
That makes
only 2 things where I'm like, that's it. So, yeah.
Word.
All right.
Well, there's some breaking things.
Breaking.
Source being comicbook.com.
Ooh.
Marvel's Wolverine report has disappointing news for PS5 fans. And that news is that it won't be seeing the light of day until at least 2025 now.
Yeah, no shit.
So that wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't get a date. Right?
Yeah, we didn't get a date. We expected this wasn't going to be a thing till 2028, I believe. when we were originally predicting it. We were like, this isn't coming for a while.
Well, it's been said officially, I guess.
Good. I don't want it anytime soon anyway.
I don't think we
personally.
need it anytime soon. There's also a Toe Jam and Earl movie in development from Amazon. Who saw that coming?
Why?
Yeah, like Streets of Rage is one thing. Toe Jam and Earl's like, is that popular enough to be coming back?
I mean, it's got the nostalgia factor, but I don't. I mean,
But even for its time, it wasn't like it was out. It was popular, but it wasn't like huge like Streets of Rage and Sonic, like the other Sega franchises.
yeah. I'm also curious if it's going to be like a 3D or 2D animated.
I don't know. It says another Sega Genesis classic is headed for the big screen. According to the reporting from the Hollywood Reporter, an adaptation of Toe Jam and Earl's in the works from Amazon. The project is being developed by Steph Curry's Unanimous Media and Story Kitchen.
Interesting.
Steph Curry. As in the original game, Toe Jam and Earl find themselves on Earth as they try to save their home world of Funkatron. A synopsis of the film claims that the two will find that Earth isn't quite what they expected, but they immediately fall in love with the planet's funky beats. What a synopsis that is.
All right. Well, more video game movies, baby.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
I don't know how I feel about that. Man.
That is that on that, though.
All
That
right.
might be the news.
That might be the news. And then the question section, I believe Frankie said that he is a little bit busy to hop on. And I don't think we have anyone else from the Patreon here at the moment, sadly. But he did toss a question in the chat saying, what are some of your favorite gaming moments in 2022 since we're wrapping up the year?
Steam Deck, just in general.
Yeah.
That landing kind of changed a lot of shit. Now I gotta try to remember everything that happened this year.
There's a lot. I mean, obviously,
War, of
God of
course.
War.
Yeah.
You said favorite, but if you were gonna switch it to memorable, I would definitely say the switch from what's it called, Overwatch to Overwatch 2 becoming probably the worst transition of a game.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing.
In my opinion, from starting off lying to us, telling us that Overwatch 1 was going to be a thing, and that was going to be where the PvP was going to stay forever, and then Overwatch 2 is exclusively going to be PvE, and the only PvE that we've ever seen is the Halloween thing that happened, and that's it. That really is, it's not like a favorite moment, it's a very memorable thing to me, where it's like, you straight up lied to us off the rip, and then went back on your word, and then Overwatch 2 isn't even what Overwatch 2 was supposed to be. So that sucks. I don't know what else. What other games did I play that were memorable? Was
I'm trying to remember.
2022 the year of PlayStation 5 that we got that, or is that 2021
We got what?
that we got the PlayStation 5? I don't know. Time's a construct, so I don't remember when we got.
5 was like 2 years ago.
Was it? I don't remember.
It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
last
it
year.
was.
It can't be
See,
last year.
I forgot. Time is a construct, and I don't
Time is a
remember
construct.
how far away I got this, just because there's so little games that are on it exclusively.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know, man.
Memorable points of this year, the Sonic 2 movie coming out, because even besides me just being like an OG Sonic fan,
Mhm.
whenever Sonic comes out with some kind of new game or movie or show or media, me and Trenton kind of like bond over that shit.
Yeah.
So it's super exciting for him and it's a nostalgia trip for me. So
Mhm.
we're both like genuinely excited, and that was cool. Like I remember watching the Game Awards last year, and we brought him down to watch the first trailer of the second movie,
Yeah.
and he was excited about that. So those moments were cool. Like us going to the movies together to go see it, me and him being all like hype about it, and we're both excited from two different points of view, but coming together on this one thing. That's like that's our bonding video game character.
Nice.
So that movie was a big deal for us.
Trying to think of like what games came out this year too. Like my brain gets fried whenever like a big game comes out, and then I'm just like nothing else happened previously. You know.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean because I was also sitting here trying to think of what the hell else is happening.
I mean, one
Or
for
what
me
happened.
that I loved was Sifu. Sifu was a phenomenal game this year. I never ended up beating it, but it was one of those games where I wasn't mad that I didn't beat
Mhm.
it. It was just like straight up, I need to put in like hours of work just to beat the final boss, knowing me. And I just didn't have the time to do that personally.
Right.
So that, also Neon White, falling in love with that. Uh,
Oh
time.
man, us going having that moment where we were going kind of crazy over multiverses.
Oh, dude.
We had some fucking fun with that game.
We were fucking the best team ever, and then we
Yeah,
got back on, and then they ended up being better than us. Cause we,
yeah.
yeah.
Took too much time off. That was a moment. That was a fun
Oh, yeah.
time.
What else came out this year? Uh, da, 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 da.
You're right. I don't know.
There's like so many games that came out, but like I just don't remember, like, anything. My brain empty. Stray was a big thing. I think that was probably one of the most like chill games this year with like a really cool idea
Yeah,
behind it. And I
yeah.
liked it a lot. Um I don't know what else there was that I
I mean,
cared about.
you can't be like, obviously we all talk about Elden Ring was just a big giant moment.
Yeah.
Oh man, for me, Shredder's Revenge.
I was literally just about to bring that up. I just clicked on it. I'm going to go to a screen capture just so people can see I just clicked on it. Thank you very much. Video amigos know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man. There's too many. There's too many to like
Uh,
remember. Like brain just like zzz, like it's just white
Tunic was
noise.
a Tunic was a surprise good time. Um, I'm looking at a list of games that came this year. What else?
In the meantime, we have two more questions that we can then end it on, and then we'll figure out what we're doing after this. But
Mhm.
if you could ask Santa for anything for Christmas, what would it be?
Um,
What
I'd
do
like
you
to
want?
deck out this basement. Just give me mad like I want to put the soundproof foam over like all the walls. I want to like have a bunch of like game memorabilia everywhere. I really want to like that's my goal going into 2023
Hmm.
is to start getting pieces to just really deck this basement out and make it the studio that I want it to be.
I feel that.
Obviously, until we get an outside studio, but either
True.
way, I would still want this decked out.
Um, I don't know what I would want. Um, Maybe an apartment. That'd be great.
I have one right here in my sack, Chris.
Yeah, just
Pulls out a
pull a
building.
fucking apartment key out of your sack, and I'll wear it around my neck like Zoe 101. I don't give a fuck.
And
I don't
here's
know.
all the rent money you'll need as you live here.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is more so is the rent. That's my problem right now. But I don't know, man. World peace.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I don't need any of that. I don't know. I don't want things often that I can't get myself. Like obviously, like if I want something, I'll just get it, and I'm like, cool. I have the thing now. It's that's the thing, and I don't really care too much. Like I like
mhm.
collecting things. Obviously, like if I wanted something, I'd probably want another 3D printer. But the issue is I don't have a spot for it right now, so it's like I'm not gonna get another 3D printer for a while.
Just
But
stack it on top of your old 3D printer.
that's not how that works. It can't do that. I wish, but it can't. Like just from the space and lack thereof that I have, it would be impossible to have another printer to like rock out some stuff. I don't know, man. Maybe like a not like a different job, but like a job in my field. I don't know if that's a thing that
Yeah.
Santa can give me, but maybe he needs some like animation done for, when he comes around next year, and I can just work on the whole year for it, and he give me a salary of $80K a year for it.
There you go. That's all. That's it.
That's all I need. Just hire me, Santa.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'll work at North Pole.
Yeah, you can do the
Remote.
Elves podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mad elves. Y'all need mad shows. What's up?
hell yeah.
Edit the hell out of those.
And then Frankie asked, well, I guess we can end this on, in your opinion, what is the game of the year? In your opinion. So it doesn't have to be game
Not
of
the
the year.
unanimous Elden Ring that's
Yeah.
going to win Game of the Year.
I would
My
say
opinion.
taking away Elden Ring completely.
This is difficult for me because I want to say, even though I didn't beat it, God of War, because it's just so engrossing.
Hmm.
But I think if we're going to talk about, I don't want to pick that either. I think that's their two go-to. I want to have fun with this answer. So
Neon White.
yeah, it's going. I was gonna say Shredder's Revenge. Like I played that shit into the ground. Like I didn't have a family when that game came out. I was like, I don't care. I'm playing this game no matter
Man,
what.
I didn't have a family when I was playing this multiplayer game by myself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
shit over
could have
and
been
over.
playing with like all of them pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
It's been a good year in gaming, I would say. I'm curious to see what next year brings. Obviously, we'll probably do like a more, succinct and put together thoughts on like the best moments in gaming this year, probably towards the end of the year podcast. But yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys tonight.
Yeah. If we do end up doing the thing that I said at the top of the show with the award show, then there'll be a segment inserted after the news and before this.
So you gotta watch on Friday to see what happens. If you were here already, you gotta watch again on Friday. Get wrecked.
Yeah. So future Ant and Chris, if you did that, good shit. If you didn't, I get it.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's fine. But yeah, and then I guess we're gonna go offline here, and then we'll let you know in Discord if we're gonna come back on and play a game. I don't know if we will. We'll see what happens.
I don't think I can.
So we're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think, but I will attempt to do that though between now and the Game Awards.
All right, and we'll be playing. Do we want to say what we're gonna play? Because I think it'll
No.
build the hype up. Just because there's only
Yeah.
like a couple people here that know what we're gonna play.
Yeah. No.
No.
No. Well,
Should
Yeah,
I give
no,
a teaser to it?
how do we tease it?
I don't know. What's a thing that is like directly related to the game, but is not a spoiler? Holes.
That works.
What's his name? Stanley Yelnats.
Remember that.
Remember Stanley Yelnats? We might be playing a game involving Stanley Yelnats,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll
This should be fun.
yeah. I call it
Really?
Zero.
Whatever.
It's my character of choice.
I
But
haven't played that game in so long that it's going to be like me playing it for the first. I played it one time, all the way through, and then I just never touched it again. And when did that come out?
2016, I want to say. Let me check, because if I'm right, I'm going to be really happy. One moment, please. Pause. When the fuck did this come out? I'm not even going to say what game it is still. Is there a way to just see? Like, do I have to just Google? I'm just going to go. Why am I on Steam? I'm stupid.
I say Google is there.
Oh.
Sir.
Ironically, it came out in 2011.
I'm about to say 2016 seemed really recent for it to
Yeah,
be that.
but the date that it came out is even more ironic. It's my birthday. April 18th.
Well, now we got to do it.
Yeah. It's ironic, too, because it's one of my favorite games. So,
It was a birthday gift.
I guess so, and I didn't realize that until I was today years old.
Santa gave you that game on your birthday.
Santa gave me something good.
Ladies.
ladies.
I don't know why that's a lady.
I don't know. That's like the default. But we'll play that maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. And for you
Yeah.
people watching on Friday, you missed it. Or you didn't, and maybe we do it on Friday. I don't fucking know. I'm here on Friday streaming, so in theory, if you just get time and you're just like, "Hey, I'm here," so we'll see what
see.
happens. I don't know. It'll be
See what-
played though.
Let's see what Brendan allows. He's the boss in the house right now.
You just gotta bring them down and like put them.
Yo, see, I was able to play God of War before and just have him sitting next to me, and it was fine. Now he just flops. Right now he can move, so it's like fuck.
You gotta
You
get
can't
one of
just
those
get you in a
thingies.
spot.
What's the thingy called where you strap them to you?
The wrap thing that goes around you, so you can just
Yeah.
sit your kid in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one.
You should get one of those and then just face them towards the TV and reach your hands out really far so you can't touch the controller.
That's not fun. I'm not playing it like that.
That's great. Because then you know when it's time to go change them because the poop smell will come right up to your nose.
Oh, trust me, he doesn't have to be in front of me for me to know when it's time to change.
It's like Romeo's breath. PTSD on
Yo.
man's face, that right there.
That shit is toxic. That shit is lethal.
Yeah, it's bad. But before you guys smell Romeo's breath,
Don't
Make sure
ever
don't ever, but make sure you save
leave
before
before
quitting.
quitting.
And we'll see you
You'll-
guys next time.
Peace.
Nice.
You'll quit after you smell that shit.
Jesus Christ, you will. That's the funniest thing, man. I forget when I came over last time. Who was there again? I forget what her name is. I'm terrible with names.
Jasmine, that was
Yeah.
Adrian's cup.
Jasmine was there, and I like pet fucking Romeo because I hadn't seen him in a while, and he was jumping on my leg because I also have a puppy, so he probably smelled the puppy. And fucking like she's like, "Oh, be careful about the brother." I'm like, "Oh, I know. I have been here enough to know, ma'am. I've been to war. I know."
Listen, man, I'll just be tired as shit from work. I might have like a shitty day or something, and then he hears a door, he'll come run into it.
Yeah.
So this sucks to have a shitty day. You're tired. You're beat up from the day. You still got to like tackle the household, and you open the door after a long day and of him barking. So then you just get hit by it.
Punch in the face.
Immediately, it's just like, I'm not gonna strangle the dog for breathing.
There's a part of me that wonders if like it's toxic for you to just buy a whole entire case of Tic Tacs and just feed it to the dog as if it was like medicine. You know, just
We
like
bought
pour it in his mouth, like just
We bought
shaking it
this
up.
stuff that goes into his water that's supposed to freshen his breath, and it kind of works. It doesn't make it go away. It's just less intense. Which leads me to like, what the fuck is in you?
It's a temporary protection, so it's a condom. That water, that's what that is.
What kind of condom? That shit is like a damn
It's got
condom made
holes
of
poked in
tissue.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a setup condom.
I saw a meme the other day, and it was a dude, and he had like his roll of condoms, and I guess his cat got into it, and the cat just clawed the fuck out of him, so there's holes through it, and he's like, I guess she wants us like a little brother or some shit.
God damn.
Like, god damn, it was a
That
funny
cat,
meme.
yo, he set you up.
Yeah, that cat owes you money, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey man,
that's the post-credit scene, I think.
just go get that vasectomy. You'll never have to worry about it again.
Nah, I'm good. I don't think I need that in my life yet.
No, I'm talking about whoever this guy with the condoms.
Oh, I thought you were telling me specifically to do that.
Why would you need that
I
now?
don't know. Yo, dumb question. And this is like a super dumb question. We maybe talk about
Oh,
this
that's
on our
what we do.
Patreon pod. So like, you know how when dogs get their nuts chopped off?
Yes.
So like, they're obviously taking them away, right? Like they're no more nut gone, nut be gone, if you will. Right.
Not to be gone.
So and then when a human does the situation, they're still there. Like they're still there, but they don't do anything. They're kind of just like
Yeah, they're still there.
they're just they're like a knickknack on a shelf, you know?
The decoration now.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know those little snow babies that you get at Christmas time? That's what they are, pretty much. They're your
Mhm.
snow babies. So like,
Oh, little snow babies.
you know how a dog when they get like their nuts chopped, their attitude changes. You know, like they become a
Well,
little bit more calm, a little bit.
okay, I never knew that. I didn't grow up with dogs. Like
Yeah.
my first partly dog ownership, I guess, is Romeo.
Yeah, when you do the thing, they normally like go from being like super hyper all the time to like a little bit more calm. At least in my experience with like the 3 or 4 dogs I've had. Is that the same for humans in theory? Like, do you feel calmer in a way,
No,
or
I feel
no?
the same.
You feel the
It's
same.
exactly the same.
Do you feel like if they took them and like put them in a jar or something, you didn't have them in your person, you would be calmer?
I don't know.
Okay, now secondary question.
I
If
can,
you,
maybe I don't feel different because I can still fuck. Like it's nothing changes.
yeah, but like you don't like produce, you know.
Good. In fact, I should be hyper.
I guess. So then, secondary question. Ready? Now here's the part where this is the dumb question.
This is the dumb question.
If I
Right.
kick you in the nuts now, does it still
It
hurt?
hurts like still gonna kick
Or
in
is
the
it a
nuts.
different pain? Or is it like you know what I mean? Like, does it
No,
change the pain?
all they did was cut or sever the vas deferens, the tube.
Yeah, but like in theory, that
The
has
nuts are
nerves in
still
it.
in there.
I know they're still there, but I'm saying like, is it a different pain? You know what I mean? Like, is it like the exact same feeling, or would it be a different feeling because the nerves are slightly changed? You know what I mean?
Um,
Like we might have to do some science, and I like at the
you ain't
Game
kicking me in the
Awards-
nuts, dog. Just to fucking test the theory. Chris gonna kick me in the nuts during the Game Awards, and you will see us fist fight in the basement. It'll be the greatest Game Award stream ever.
I feel like that's a very valid question, though. Like I'm not saying like we should just kick you in the nuts, but like in theory, like you would think that it would be a different type of pain. Like it would still be a pain, but like would it be the same intensity, or would it be a different
Listen.
intensity with a different situation?
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling them now. They feel about the same. I feel like the
Okay.
pain is going to be exactly the same.
One of these days, Brendan is gonna get a solid kick in, and I'm gonna need
He's done it.
scientific notes.
He's done it.
Post op.
Yes, both
Oh,
post and pre.
well then we could have ended this conversation a while. That's my fault. Sorry.
But he didn't like. All right, he's still a baby though. He didn't like run up and dive kick my balls. Like he just
Okay.
do a
so-
little baby kick out and hit him. But
Okay,
it's still like the fuck. It's still my nuts.
Interesting.
If it does feel different, I don't know because I think as a man you always grow up with the instinct that
Yeah.
that you don't like. Whoa, the fuck! Like my nuts is there.
Interesting. This is a great post-credit scene. This is practically a Patreon podcast as of this point.
This
This is what
post credit
you-
scene is nuts.
Oh,
I had to do it.
God damn.
Off the Rails 4 is the Rochambeau.
Well,
Any more nuts questions
No.
about post vasectomy nuts questions?
I was just thinking that it might be different because, like, I know it's just like one thing getting snipped, but like in theory, that is a thing that is different. So in theory, the situation and the sensations would technically be different in my brain. That's where my mind would go. So
I can report to you that the sensations
Nice.
are the same.
nice. I'm glad that we did this for science.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like busting a nut still feels like busting a nut. Like,
Well, I knew that would be the same, but it was more so like the pain situation, like your
That
pain
was like-
tolerance, if it would go up or down, or if it would be the same, because
like my first question to the doctor when I went for the consultation.
if
I was
you
like,
kick me in
now-
the nuts, will it hurt?
No, that wasn't it. She probably like, well, let's find out.
Doctor, can you please kick me in the nuts?
Well, no, because this was before the operation, so it would have
Oh.
definitely hurt.
Damn.
But I asked her, I was like, I read everything. I was like, but everything sensation wise is the same, right? She's like, yes. She's like, ejaculating is the same. She was like, sensation is the same. Orgasm is the same. I was like, man, good.
Nice.
Because I would have hated for her to be like, well, it's like a third of the feeling. I'd have been like, no deal. And I got up and just left. Doesn't feel the same.
I'd
That
like
would've
to
been
have
a
a
no-sell
third
for me.
of the feeling and stake in your company, sharks, of your
Exactly.
nuts. That's a terrible Shark Tank offer. I don't want
It
it to
is.
give you 1/3 ownership of my nut feeling. Goddamn.
My gut feeling.
Yeah,
You can feel 1/3.
yeah. They get the 2/3. They get to keep it and go home with it.
How do you now relate to the nutcrackers? Like the nutcrackers, like literal nutcrackers from Christmas, where you put the nuts in and they crack it with the mouth and all that shit.
Those don't work. Also, like
Like,
current day ones, they don't work because they're supposed to be for like chestnuts, you know, like the chonker boys, you know, and they're
Mhm.
some hard motherfuckers, and you're using like this flimsy ass like IKEA wood on these fucking nutcrackers nowadays, and they're just they're not cracking no nuts. You'd be lucky if they were to crack a Mike and
Nut-
Ike.
Okay. Mike and Ike's aren't the same consistency.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm with
All right.
you.
Yeah, this is the longest post-credit scene. Jesus Christ.
Do you know the rapper 2 Chainz?
Yeah.
Do you know of the bar that he said, "Bust a nut on her titties"? Chestnut.
I haven't, but I really like that. That's a good line right there.
That's what that whole combo reminded me of.
Bust a nut on our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. We didn't do that at the end. That sucks.
I know.
Oh well.
They'll be okay.
Yeah, they know.
They'll have to
now.
stream with us Thursday, so they'll know. They should know by
True.
now.
That's true. All right. Well, I'm gonna play the intro animation to let us out, and then I'm gonna probably talk to Ant post this podcast. So, okay, bye guys.
Bye, everybody.